This is the exact playbook I use with epoxy contractors who are tired of living job to job, chasing leads, and feeling like their business is stuck in neutral. Follow these steps, and you'll see what happens when you stop guessing and start running your business like a machine. Your phone is going to ring more, your close rate actually climbs, and you'll get off the tools and back in control. Let me just be clear though. I'm giving this away on purpose. And you might ask why, right? Because if this is what I give you for free, you can only end up imagining what it's like when you hire me, right? And honestly, I'm tired of watching good epoxy guys get burned by marketing agencies who overpromise, underdeliver, and leave you with nothing but a lighter wallet and a bunch of dead leads that never contacted you, right? So instead of another sales pitch, I just decided to show you guys everything for you to be able to do it on your own. And my goal here is to prove what's possible when you have the right system, even if you never hire me. If you go through this and think, damn, if this is the free stuff, what would it be like to pay this guy? Good. That's exactly the point. So what's the first step? It's going to be getting a website because this is your online home base. If you're serious about growing your epoxy flooring business in 2025, let's just get this one thing straight. If you do not exist online, you almost don't exist at all. But that's not just my opinion. It's backed by real data too. According to Google themselves, 76% of people who search for a local service on their phone visit that business within 24 hours, and 28% of those searches lead to a purchase. And that means that if they can't find you online, they're actually finding your competitor. And if your website is ugly, incomplete, or confusing, they're clicking away. And if your website makes them feel like they can trust you, they're actually going to call you. So your website is your home base. It's where people learn what you do, see your work, and decide if you're worth trusting with their home or business. Even if you plan to get most of your jobs from referrals or ads, your website is where most people validate you. Think about your own behavior. Before you hire someone, don't you check them out online? Your potential customer is doing the exact same thing. So what makes a website actually work for an epoxy business? SEO is not just about fancy tricks. It's about making it easy for Google and your customers to understand what you do and where you do it. If someone in Dallas searches garage epoxy floors in Dallas and your site says we install epoxy garage floors in Dallas, Texas, durable, beautiful coatings for your home or business, congratulations, you are now a relevant search result. So what is your site going to need at a minimum? It's going to need some service pages, which are dedicated pages for each type of job that you offer, whether that's epoxy, metallic floors, quartz systems, or concrete staining. You'll also need location mentions. You don't want to just say epoxy flooring. You want to say epoxy flooring in your city. If you serve multiple towns, you want to create a page for each of those towns as well. And then you do want to focus on basic keyword placements, like using simple natural keywords like epoxy garage floors, concrete coatings, and Denver epoxy contractor. We're not talking about hiring a $10,000 a month SEO agency right now. We're talking about checking the basics so Google knows that you're a real local contractor, okay? And you do want to go ahead and show off your work and your vibe. Uh, when someone lands on your site, they're asking themselves two questions. Can you do the job? And can I trust them in my house? Right? Your job is to answer them both of those questions immediately. And you do that with some high quality photos, before and afters of your work. Nothing stock, nothing AI generated. If you're brand new, code a friend's garage or just do a practice project and take photos of that. You also want to add a section like, why did I start this company? Just a couple of sentences about your background, your standards, and why you care about the work that you do. This is what actually starts to build the connection. And then if you have a crew, introduce them, take some team photos and post them on the website. People want to see the faces behind the business, right? And this is how you start to lead into what's called know, like, and trust. And that's a different topic for another story, but basically people need to know, like, and trust you before they buy, right? And this is how you do that, at least from the website perspective. When I work with epoxy contractors, I always tell them people are not just hiring you for floors, they're actually hiring you, right? Another thing on your website you want to add is clear call to actions. This is where a lot of epoxy contractors drop the ball. The website is not really just a gallery or a brochure, it's a sales tool. So every page does need a clear, simple next step call out, like a big get free quote button. Make sure that your phone number is actually visible and that people can click to call it, or just a short form like name, phone, and project type. Don't make people hunt for you. Don't make it hard for them to reach out to you. If they can't see how to reach out to you in under 5 seconds, you're already losing them. Even if you're running ads on Facebook or Google, all of those clicks and calls eventually lead back to your website too. It's your hub. Your Google business profile will link directly to your website. Your reviews will actually drive people to your website as well. And your ads, 99% of the time, should be landing on your website in some form. If your website feels outdated, untrustworthy, or just confusing to your customers, all of that traffic that you're paying for or earning is just going to waste. When I first built a website for an epoxy contractor, we kept it stupid simple. Just a clear headline that said epoxy garage floors in Austin, Texas. Get a free quote a day as a CTA. We put a before and after gallery on that page, and then just that one call to action button to get a free quote, right? And then within 2 weeks, they got their first organic call. No ads, no gimmicks, no money, no ad spend. Just being visible and clear on the internet worked. It's wild how many epoxy contractors never really set this up properly, and then they wonder why their phone is not ringing, right? If the idea of building your own website makes you want to throw your laptop out the window, don't stress. This is actually what my team does every single day for epoxy contractors, right? We'll build you a clean, high converting website. We'll set it up to rank locally for your key services that will drive calls to your business within, no time. And then we also will tie it into your lead and follow-up system so that way your inquiries don't get lost. If you want us to set this up for you, just reach out at neverstopagency.com, book a call with us, and we can talk about where you're at, what you're doing, and how we can help.